Hey there, and welcome to this week's Heart Inspired Practice Building Tip of the Week. I'm Carrie Nola, psychotherapist and founder of the Design Your Ideal Practice Coaching Academy. Every day, it is my absolute honor and pleasure to walk alongside amazing therapists just like you, helping them to build their profitable and rewarding practices. And today, I'm here to support you with a new tip. Now, just a quick disclaimer before we get started here. Today's tip is really an invitation to dig deep into some aspects of yourself that could be impacting your practice negatively. So hopefully you're willing to find the courage to do just that. If so, keep listening. A question for you to start. Is your phone ringing but not with the clients you want? Either clients are calling that don't have the issues you like to work with, or maybe it's the type of client or the quality of client that is calling. Or have you ever had this pattern in your practice? Or maybe your phone's not even ringing yet, but you want it to be ringing with the types of clients that you want to work with. And are you pulling your hair out at times because you're attracting unmotivated clients that maybe no-show often, or clients that aren't willing to make the financial investment in counseling? Good news, if you can answer yes to either of these questions, today's tip is going to support you really nicely. So here's the truth. There's a myth floating around that your practice and its success has nothing to do with you. There's this idea that clients just show up at different times, and if it's not the type of client you want, it has nothing to do with you. But that has not been my experience at all. Here's the truth. The good news is your practice has everything to do with you. The clients showing up has everything to do with you. And why is this good news? Well, because if it has something to do with you, then that means you also have the power to invite a shift or change to welcome something that is a better fit. Now, can you change the clients? No, of course not. If they're not motivated, they have to do the work to find that motivation. If they're not willing to make the financial investment, they have to do that work. But what you can change is your energy, your thoughts, and your behaviors so you can align yourself with the types of clients that you do want to attract. See, here's the thing. Your business is just a mirror reflecting back to you your own inner world. So let me give you an example of this. Let's say you are drawing unmotivated clients. And I don't just mean one. I mean, it's going to happen. But I mean kind of a series of clients where you're becoming frustrated and maybe even resentful that clients aren't wanting to do the work. They're no-showing a lot. They're just not motivated. They come and sit on the couch, but they want you to do all the work. They're not really showing up to do it themselves. If you find that kind of pattern, here's the question I want you to ask yourself. Where am I unmotivated in my practice or in my life? Okay, now this is where I said we're digging deep here. You've got to be willing to look at your own patterns and to realize that your clients are just reflecting back to you some unhealed aspect of yourself. And when you're willing to see that and make a correction, then you can welcome what you want. So sometimes when I have drawn unmotivated clients into my practice and I've investigated that a little bit, one of the things I've found is I have been unmotivated or uninspired in my work, maybe because I'm forcing myself to do something in my practice I don't really want to do. Maybe I'm working hours that I would prefer not to work. For example, I'm not really a morning person. So there was a time when I was seeing clients in the morning, but I was finding that my clients were no-showing, clients weren't really motivated to do the work, and when I really got serious and honest with myself, I found that I didn't want to show up then either. And I wasn't invested in what I was doing at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning because I'm just not that girl. That's not me. I come in now at noon, and guess what? My clients are motivated and ready to work because so am I. So that's just one example of how we can be a reflection of what's happening in our practice. And for example, if your clients aren't willing to make the financial investment, then you've got to ask yourself, are you making a financial investment in your wellness? How much are you paying your therapist? How much are you paying your business coach or your supervisor? I'll tell you, it's been my experience, the more I've been willing to financially invest, and also the time and emotion that I've been willing to invest in things in my practice and my life, my clients reflect that by showing up to do the same. So are you willing this week to check in with yourself about this? Here's my invitation. This week, I invite you to pause, to take accountability for the picture that your practice is showing you, for the reflection. Do you like what you see in that mirror? If not, ask yourself where your clients are showing you back home to yourself, and then choose whether or not you're willing to make a change. It can be as simple as a shift in mindset, or maybe it's a little more involved by taking action in some other ways. But when you're willing to do this, amazing things will become reflected in your practice, and you deserve that. So I hope you will take action this week by showing up for yourself in this way. So if you got something out of this video, I would love for you to share it with every therapist you know. It is my dream that we build a heart-centered practice building revolution, and I can't do that without your help. And of course, come on over to designyouridealpractice.com and grab a copy of my latest webinar where I taught how to build your profitable and rewarding practice without relying on insurance or getting a PhD in marketing. And that'll get you on my list where I share tips and techniques each week. Thanks so much. I can't wait to meet you in the next video.